This that late shift, graveyard, pockets on E. This that praying in the driver, God, don't let me bleed. This that thumbnail, live stream, teaching about the teeth of the market while I'm fighting for my family to eat. This that knee brace, aching from the miles in the mud. This that E5 rank that I earned with my blood. This that YouTube grind when the views was a dud. Now we talking about a movement, not a maybe. This a flood. Sacrifice for the riches, that ain't just about the cash. That's about the sleep I gave up just to break a broken past. That's about the liquor I refused when I could've hit the glass. That's about the therapy I took instead of speeding off and crash.
That's the code that I live. Gave my tears, gave my time, gave my body, gave my ribs. For my wife, for my kids, for my people that I live. Ain't nobody gonna stop me, I'ma die before I quit. Sacrifice for riches, put the name on my stone. I was built for all this pressure, I ain't breaking, now I'm grown. If you looking for a hero who was carved out of the stones, you can see him in the mirror when you face it on your own.
I was clocking in for bosses that ain't know my middle name. They just saw the numbers hitting, they ain't see the inner strain. Then I turn my pain to content, turn my lessons into game. Now I got a tribe of traders that refuse to play the same. Discord buzzing charts up, members learning how to move. We ain't chasing lotto tickets, we're protecting what we prove. Teaching risk, teaching patience, teaching how to keep you cool. Cause I lost enough myself to write a whole financial school. My sobriety a badge, my resilience a shield. Every L I ever took became a tool I had to wield. When the market tried to break me, I just studied how it killed. Then I built a better system, now I'm walking through the field.
Sacrifice for riches, that's the code that I live. Gave my tears, gave my time, gave my body, gave my ribs. For my wife, for my kids, for my people that I live. Ain't nobody gonna stop me, I'ma die before I quit. Sacrifice for riches, put the name on my stone. I was built for all this pressure, I ain't breaking, now I'm grown. If you looking for a hero who was carved out of the stone, you can see him in the mirror when you face it on your own.
When I say sacrifice, you say for riches.
Sacrifice for riches. Sacrifice
for riches, from the trenches to the digits. When I say process, you say over profit.
Process over profit. Process
over profits, we ain't stopping till we locked it. From the runaway son to the soldier in the dirt, to the husband with a white queen fighting through the hurt, to the father of 2 daughters that he put in every verse, to the trader and the teacher helping others break the curse. I'm the sum of every scar they tried to use to hold me back. I'm the voice of every kid who had to grow up in attack. I'm the proof that if you're willing to go all in on the path, you can lose a couple battles and still never lose your track.
Sacrifice for riches, that's the code that I live. Gave my tears, gave my time, gave my body, gave my ribs. For my wife, for my kids, for my people that I live. Ain't nobody gonna stop me, I'ma die before I quit. Sacrifice for riches, put the name on my stone. I was built for all this pressure, I ain't breaking, now I'm grown. If you looking for a hero who was carved out of the stones, you can see him in the mirror when you face it on your own.
What up, though? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Mic check 1 2 1 3. Mic check 1 2 1 3. Let me know if you got your boy. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I don't know where I find my energy at, but when it's lights, camera, action, let's go. Yes, Arctic. Yes, your name should be green, but perhaps you're logged in under a different name. Okay, I'm not sure. I don't know. All right. Let me see here. You know what? I was updating some stuff, and I probably should have updated like my music background for when I'm just like this. But let's see if I can do it without messing something up and doing too much. Let's turn it down. All right, I think I got sound. One moment, y'all. One moment. I don't have sound yet, but that's fine. Okay, that's solid. Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear music? And is the levels okay? That's what's important. All right, I see you, Queen Rochella, Roll Life. I see you in here. Yes, Miss Philly, Queen Philly, our newest Leviathan. Love to see it. Greg. All right, I see you, big dog. Thanks for the shout out. All right, even hope. Yep, Shy. Thank you for being here, and you're welcome. It was a long day. You know, I got a sick kid, I got a sick wife, and it's just been a busy day. But and then I had to reset here, so I hustled to try to get this live going today because I didn't want to miss a Thursday. We're hitting them like consistently, and I want us to stay on that track. All right, so thanks for the intro love, and please, yes, hit that like button. What's up, trucker? I see you. Queen Fee is in the building. I love it. Jeff, I see you, big dog. Let's go. All right. So, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Stocks for Real, Sacrifice for Riches, and we are here another Thursday here for the rapid fire live stream, and then we're here for Weatherman Rail. Weatherman Rail's here today. All right. Today it's probably a little short on the Weatherman thing because it's pretty straightforward, right? So we'll see how that all goes, and then we're gonna see how many tickers we can get to this tonight, right? I will let y'all know, if you have been here and you've been following the plays that we are drumming up here, you have been killing the game. Every week we do this, a play takes off for more than 200%. No lie, no cap. You just gotta find the right play, and typically it's something that I put a stamp on and gave you a breakdown of entry, exits, and take profit targets. If y'all been around with me for a while, you know I used to do the options trade plays videos for the minnows, the dolphins, and the orcas, right? Well, this is kind of taking the place of that, where I'm giving you live feedback, right? Instead of having to pre-record, edit, upload, right? It's a lot. So not just pre-record, do all the technical analysis and then make it all pretty, put it in a tight little bow for everybody, and then present it. That's what I was doing in the past. Now we're just doing it live, baby. I just like, you know what? Let's just cut out the middleman. And that's me doing things behind the scenes. I'll just do everything in front of you. I've been doing it long enough to have the confidence to say what I got to say. And at the end of the day, the market's going to do what the market's going to do. That's why we play it both ways, right? We play to the upside and we play to the downside. That's why you get call levels and you get put levels, just in case we confirm above or below. And this is what we're going to do. All right. So today we're going to take a look at the chat. We're going to say, you know, what's up? And then we're going to get into a kind of a recap of what we did last Thursday and how we hit on those plays. Now, I show you my wins, right? Now, full transparency, your boy takes losses too, just like everybody else, all right? But at the end of the day, the plays that I'm showing you, right, that's showing positive gains, I'm not eating alone, right? We announce all of these plays within the Discord community, right? I have all of my archive plays listed, right? Listed within our Stocks for Real or Sacrifice for Riches Trader Pro app, right? Which I'm going to see if I can give that to y'all right now. Let's see if I can do that. Hold up. I did some stuff trying to see if I can make. Okay. I tried to get myself organized on some of these things. Okay, I think I got it. All right, now they're saying there's too many characters. So let me see if I can get this down. Yep, I think I got it. 1 second. All right, so those are the apps, right? You can become a member by following the first link, and then you have the app right there for your trade logging, right? On top of that, there's AI stuff that's built in, machine learning. I'm not doing it justice. A lot of the stuff I teach is baked into that app. A lot of the mental game that we go through, right? That stuff is fresh for me. So that's how I designed the app, right? So if you're a newer trader and you're trying to find your way and you need a tool or something to help you on your way, consider taking a look at it, okay? NVDA, okay, no, we're not there yet, Rochella. You know how this works. Feed me info, says. All right, but anyway, I'm gonna show you these games, and essentially I'm just telling y'all I don't eat alone, right? if I take an L, likely I'm taking an L by myself because, you know, the play probably wasn't the best, or I was mobile or something like that. But if I see like the setup, everybody knows. It's never just me. Everybody knows, and I spam the heck out of everybody so they know what I'm looking at. So if you want the live alerts, if you want my chart alerts, right? If you want just to be in a community that is there to support and elevate you, right? Then consider joining, right? That's it. And if you don't join me, then join somebody. The whole point is to have a home, because this game is too lonely, right? It can be too lonely and it's too stressful, right? So, and you don't have to go at it alone, right? That's what we're all here for. Okay, so soapbox over, sip. All right, so we're gonna move right into pretty much Weatherman Rail, right? And unless anybody has any questions. Okay. So the only other thing to add to this is for those that haven't been here before, to understand how the rapid fire system works. Okay. Essentially, once we're done with the Weatherman Rails segment, we'll get over to the rapid fire live stream. Okay. And there I look to the comment section, right? And I'm looking for your ticker request, right? So you'll give me a ticker like somebody said MVDA. Queen Rochelle said MVDA. Well, she's just identifying that it's on a rocket. Shout out to NVIDIA. But if you're interested in NVIDIA, for instance, maybe you're interested in call options. Maybe you're looking at put options. Maybe you're looking for long-term investments. Maybe you're just trying to figure out like where it's going. Give me some context with that ticker. And then I can narrate, right? As I'm working the charts, I can almost like be speaking to you because I know what you're trying to accomplish versus just typing the ticker in and me just kind of speaking broadly, right? I kind of want to speak to you because you're the one that's requesting the information, right? So that's kind of how I want to work. So outside of that, the ticker request priority goes, if your name is in green, right, you are priority 1, right? Priority 2 is anybody that's in KGU. For those that don't know, I'm a crown trader in Keenan Grace's Discord. My name over there is Swing Trades with Rail. So I have a channel there. I help that community. I've been doing that for about 5 years over there, if not longer. I don't even know anymore. But you can find me there. But anybody that's in KGU, that's family, right? That's home. So in your request for your tickers, that same line, right? That same comment, put hashtag KGU. That way I know where you're from, right? And I can prioritize you because you're just as important, right? So the next tier is anybody that has super chats, right? So essentially, if you have a super chat, I'm gonna see you. If you don't, then and your name is in gray, that means that likely, you know, like I could pass you up. Okay, it's not intentional. I try to do the best I can, get into everybody. I don't do a lot of scrolling back. My wife tries to like be in here sometimes to help me kind of figure things out, but you know, she's under the weather, right? And it's not about that right now. So, all right, so KG in the building. All right, so if there's no questions, it's time to get to it. All right, let me take another sip. All right, so let's make sure that I am doing this the right way because I got everything set up different now. Here we go. Intel, and then I'll look at the charts again. So Intel, I already have this map out for you, big dog. Essentially, at 51.26, that was the top of my range, my zone, and we failed to break through. So from now, we failed to my take profit target of 47.07, and then we confirmed below it. So we are still like we're bullish territory, but we're in a bearish situation. So for Intel, I'm looking at 43.09, confirmation below that. For me to hop into potential, hold on, INTC, potential puts, okay, 43.07. Well, that's close. Yep. Let me see. Do I have anything Pairs on up this? To KG. Nope. I just have it tagged. It says he's okay, but you know, it's never a good thing. Give me one moment, y'all. You're in an accident though. So prayers up to King and Grace. So, no, this it. 40. Okay, perfect. So here's a play for Intel. Crossing 4309. There's your levels for calls, right? I need to set up something for puts as well, but you can see the levels right there because the levels are just in reverse. So I'll make sure that those are active, and then we're rocking. Okay. All right. So moving on from Intel. Rocking. Okay. All right. So moving on from Intel, and we got a new member of Palantir by Queen Anderson. Q. All right. Shout out to KGU. Q, I see you. All right. So Palantir, man, did we fall off on Palantir? I love to see it though. So shout out to Q for the Palantir. Trend down, right? You will start to see consolidation. So that means, right, that's identified right here because like as in a neutral position. So we're officially in a neutral position on Palantir, and it looks like it's having a false breakout. So I do not believe that this is something that is going to continue per se. So right now for Palantir, if we break and confirm above this level, we already broke, but if we can confirm above where we are right now of 135.87, right? Hold on, let's just say 136.24. I like that better. This is almost done. If we can confirm above this level, then we're looking for calls, but with the max take profit target of 145.65, we could snap through this and then see some resistance at demand. Now, if we approach demand, right, with bullish momentum, and we get into demand, then we're probably looking at a rocket for Palantir, just now. But I'll set an alert because I'm interested here, I'm interested here, and here, and here. So our eyes will be drawn to Palantir, right? On 6. All right. Alerts. Oh, a lot of messages came through. Okay. So, did that make sense? Y'all heard what we just talked about, right? Y'all heard all that, right? So, oh, we got echo. Echo. You said I got an echo? You know, it probably was an echo during that video. Is there still an echo right now? All right, I gotta make sure that we don't get ahead of ourselves. So is there echo right now? Okay, all right, so we're gonna get into it. We got two that we're gonna talk about, right? We're gonna talk about Intel and we're gonna talk about Palantir, okay? What we just did. So what I did, I gave y'all the recap. Never mind. I see you're playing a video. Yep. So I gave you the recap of what we did. Over here, this yellow line, right? This is where it was the end of the day for last Thursday when we did our rapid fire. Okay. So we're gonna talk about it, and then we're gonna get into Palantir, then we're gonna get into the rapid fire chart analysis. All right. So make sure that I'm good. Now I didn't doctor this one all up because I just didn't have time, y'all, but it's okay. We're gonna walk through it anyway. That's why it's gonna be pretty short, sweet, to the point. Okay, so all right, let's make sure you can hear me and you can see me. All right, can y'all hear me and can you see me? Want to make sure we good. Mic check 1 2 1 3. Probably gonna go yellow. I'm gonna start flipping this to a black background too, so it's easier to see. But anyway, all right, let's get it. All right, I'm gonna talk and use my outside voice so people can hear me just fine. All right. So, what did I say? Yesterday or today, just now, I pointed to. First, this is where we gave the information on Intel. This is INTC, right? If you see this right here, the descending line of resistance and the descending line of support, okay? These these were the support and resistance levels for the descending channel, okay? So we identified that we were getting rejected at the supply zone, and there was a strong chance that we're gonna pull back to this 4309 that you see down here, okay? So what we wanted to do is once we got down to the 4309, we were waiting to see what price was gonna do once we hit this level. So we fell through on some bearish momentum. Then we have a bar that didn't fully close below. Instead, we have a top wick, right? I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna make sure I'm good. I might get rid of the today. I might get rid of the tablet. Okay. Yeah, I gotta get rid of the tablet today. But anyway, we had a top wick right here, right? And then we closed below. Now this isn't confirmation below my line, right? A confirmation is a clean candle close below the line, right? So what we have to do is once we see, I didn't even do an intro or anything, but that's okay. But once we see this candle happen the way it did, right? We have to wait for the second or the next candle below the line to see how price is gonna act, right? So sure enough, we get a nice big solid green. I gotta get rid of this tablet today, y'all, because it's not really working. So it's not lining up to where I'm trying to talk to, okay? So we get this right here, right? This big green candle pops us right back up above our 4309. I found a supply zone, right, that we clearly were in a tight pocket for, right? So now we're trying to figure out if this is distribution or if this is accumulation, right? So essentially what we're doing, we're paying attention to the volume. So as you see this tight pocket, right, occur, you are actually seeing an increase in volume, right? So we're living above my 4309 level. We have a couple little spikes, but ultimately we're waiting for this pop, and then we were waiting for us to have a couple clean candle closes above the level. Once we seen this happen, our alerts went off, right? Our alerts went off. Now, full disclosure, I got cooked, not cooked, but I mean, it got me a couple times. I think right in here, because on a lower time frame, it was a little bit more choppy, right? So I did take a couple L's. They were like under 10, 15%, okay? So, but once I lost, I want to say 2 times, I think I just killed it, right? And I was just waiting for it. So you start to see this trend, right? We have an uptrend kind of forming. We have a higher low forming right here. So once I seen this line occur, once I started to see this liquidity grabs right here with these bottom spikes, told me that it was time to get into some calls. And that's when I let the Discord know, right? NKGU, y'all knew too, right? So we started to close above. We were already in the position once we cleared 4309, and then we get this nice pop right here, right? Not only do we get the pop, then we get momentum through demand, and we ride it all the way up to the supply zone, right? That's exactly what we did. Now we start to slow down a little bit once we hit this descending line of resistance, right? So we didn't quite make it at first, right? I think it was like right here. So on like the 5-minute time frame, you might see a little bit more chop at the top, and that's where I trimmed my position, because I want to say I had about 5 contracts here. We played this 2 or 3 times though, just so you know. So once we got up here, I was able to kill 90% of my contracts, right? Take my profit and let the next one run. Why did I let it run? Because I know that we still had the supply zone, like a pocket of sellers still sitting here waiting for the price to arrive so they can sell it down, right? So that's kind of what happened. We got our doji candle, and then we got our little like reversal signal there. Now, of course, we continued towards the upside. If I'm not mistaken, we're in the $50 range for Intel, but we established a demand zone. So we did call this out once again as far as the potential play to the upside. So shout out to everybody who ate on INTC, because we called the play exactly how we seen it, and we ran it appropriately. Okay, so the next up, let me get rid of that. The next up is I'm gonna kill that background. going to talk about Palantir. Let me know if you ate on Intel. Let me know. If you ate on Intel, let me know. Okay. All right. So now we got Palantir. Okay. So just like the video said, right? Palantir, we had this triangle form, right? I call the symmetrical triangle right here, right? Where you're seeing lower highs and higher lows, It's funny because I'm like reaching behind me, like the charts behind me, instead of just reaching to my side, right? All right, so, but you got higher lows and lower highs, right? This is a traditional symmetrical triangle, right? When does this occur? This typically happens after a sell-off or a run-up, right? Because what's happening is the market is trying to determine what it's trying to do. Is it accumulating or is it distribution, right? Are we about to sell and go up, or go down, or load up and go up, right? So we're trying to figure out if we're gonna break out of this system to the upside or the downside. Now, what typically happens is you get like a manipulative move on these plays sometimes, where it will break to the bottom and hit where we see here is at 125.14. It would break to the bottom and touch this and then rocket back through the symmetrical system for the rally, and vice versa. Okay, so but we called out this level as the base. Now when you see the symmetrical triangle, guys, y'all want to make sure that you try to catch the bottom, right? You want to catch the ascending line of support if you have a bullish bias, right? If you're thinking of a breakout, this is how I'd say the pros would do it. Some, right, would play a little safer and they'll wait for this breakout to occur, and then they would, take off. Now, of course, when we drew this up, this was already done, right? This system was already made, and we were already on the verge of breaking out right here, okay? We were already on the verge of breaking out, right? So now we were just pretty much waiting to see if we were gonna come back down to retest this ascending line or descending line of previous resistance to see if it becomes an ascending or a descending line of new support, right? So sure enough, it lived above it, and then we had a pop, right? We had a pop right here. Now I called, if we get this pop, that we were likely gonna run up to, what do you see? 145.65. So sure enough, we ran up, and right here, we started to consolidate around that level. Notice how it's the exact same height of the start of this symmetrical system. So think of that as your range when you're trying to trade these, right? Think of those as your take profit targets, okay? Now in this situation, we were able to identify a demand zone, right? So this is amazing, right? Because if you can have a demand zone right above where your take profit target is, all you need is a little push from the buyers, right? So we had a little suppression, like a little resistance here, where we fell through VWAP, and then we popped back up with a nice green volume, right? Right here, right? So actually, yeah, right there, yeah. So, and as I said, if we have bullish momentum through the demand zone, then we're likely, hold up, nah, come on now, hold up. See if it can, all right. Then we're likely to go on a run. Where? All the way pretty much to the top of the demand. So we had multiple take profit targets on the way up, right? So we did enter. Some of us was able to enter right here off this pop. Some of us was able to enter the moment we hit this demand zone, and our alerts went off in the Discord. So when I got the alert, everybody got, well, the megalodons within the Discord also got the alert, okay? So that is set up so nobody is kind of waiting on me to say, hey, I'm in a play, right? You just need to know how to enter and exit plays, but when that alert goes off, it's time, it's go time. You got to shift your focus that way. Q, Queen, I see you. Thank you so much for asking about Palantir last week, because that set up our play for this week, right? So anyway, we took off, right? We got this run and we ate at 152.83. Now, while we were sitting in here, right, we started to consolidate, okay? So I'm thinking like, are we gonna be able to push towards the top of this demand zone? Or are we gonna come down to retest the bottom? Or are we gonna fall through, reconfirm below, and then sell off, right? Once you start to see like some resistance here, you just kind of want to be careful. So you start to zoom out because you're in a play. Like I had 5 contracts here too, and I had to make a decision, right? I had to figure out if I'm going to stay in and ride it or get out, take profits. So when you have multiple contracts, you can do that, right? You can kill a couple of your contracts, put the profit in your pocket, and play with house money, right? So what did I do? I did just that, and then I zoomed out and identified that we had a supply zone on the hour time frame within the demand zone. So that told me that I had a wall of sellers before we even reached the top of this demand zone channel, right? So I'm paying attention to this. Now, in a perfect world, I would love for us to shoot right through it because we're in demand. So I'm hoping that the buyer's gonna maintain their strength and push through this, right? Well, the sellers were kind of strong, right? Because we hit it perfectly. So this was drawn right when we hit this blue level right here, okay? This blue line right here. Pretty much the center of our demand zone. So it was drawn, we seen the resistance, we took our profits because we seen the sell-off, right? Or we seen the seller step in, right? Because volume died. As you can see, volume, hold on. Come on, all right. Volume died. So as price is going up, right? Volume is kind of going down, right? So that's what we're paying attention to, and that's divergence, right? And that's what we're looking for when we're looking for a change in direction, right? We're looking for reversal type signals. That's what you're looking for. If price is going up and volume is going down, then that's a bearish divergence. That's telling you that the bulls are likely running out of steam and the sellers can just step in and take over, right? And then just push the stock down. Same in reverse, right? If price is going down and your volume is going up, then that's a good sign of a continuation. But if price is going down and volume is going down, then guess what? That's telling you that the sellers could be losing steam as well, all right? So you just gotta pay attention to those things sometimes, but this is Weatherman Real, and we done. All right, we done. Let me know in the chat if that was helpful. Also, put a fire emoji in this chat if you want me to keep doing segments like this. All right, let me know. I don't know how many people are in here, but hopefully we have the 1-to-1 like ratio. And if you have not yet liked the channel or liked this video, please just take 2 seconds and do it, right? Please do that for me. And if you're in here, right, you're listening, you're not typing, you might not be subscribed, right? It doesn't hurt you to press the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. I'm not a spammer. I'm not an algo chaser. You're not gonna see me make 10 videos on XRP in 2 days. That is not what I do. That's not what I'll ever do because that's just not who I am. So I would really appreciate if you could hit the like and hit the subscribe just to support your boy, right? Because it just helps the channel grow and it helps me keep doing what I'm doing, all right? So shout out to y'all for being here. Much love, all right? So hold up. Hold up. I think we are good. Let me know if there's any questions. Any questions on that before we get into the rapid fire? Before we get into the rapid fire. I'm going to go here, and then, all right. Hey, baby. Wife is in the building. Man, it takes a lot. You just see me like a puppet, you know, breakdancing in here, showing y'all the charts. Right? All right. Hey, I appreciate the fire emojis. You got something? Hey, don't give me a ticker right now, but let me know what you got. Hey, Queen Philly, appreciate you being here and joining. We've been talking for a long time, so it's nice to see you on this side of the line. Let's see here. Enjoyed. I appreciate it. Hustle up. I like that. I like that name. Hustle up and buy. All right. Shout out to you. I appreciate it. All right. So again, if y'all want to become members, then consider joining. I guess think of my Discord as like a community college, and then if you want a big time university, then you can go ahead and join KGU. If you're interested in joining KGU, just let me know and I'll send you the my link to get in over there. I know they're like interviewing people essentially because they're trying to eliminate knuckleheads in the Discord. So, and I think that's the right way of going about it. Shout out to my mom's in the building. So now my mom is here. So y'all better be on y'all best behavior, or I'm gonna have to put mama on there. And if y'all haven't hit the like button, I'm gonna have to stick my mom on you. That's just how it is. Hey, Ma, you not late. You right on time. You're good. All right. So Jeff says when the alerts go off, whether it's calls or puts, it's up to us to determine to play calls or puts. It's always up to you, big dog. Right? So, yeah, like, so those alerts, those alerts are designed. So for those that don't know, he's a megalodon within the Discord. Okay, what he's referring to is a channel called Rapid Fire Alerts. So on my charts, I set alerts, and then I also put in the entries, the exits, the take profit targets, the strike price, in the estimated premium for that contract. So I give a lot of information when I can. It's not always that way when you get an alert, but I try my best to make those alerts that way. So he's asking, what did he say? If it's up to you guys to determine if a play is a call or a put. And the answer is yes, right? Because essentially when that alert goes off, what I'm doing is saying, hey, this alert is going off on this ticker, and I think it's a very important level, and you probably want to take a look at it, right? And if you see where I give you an entry and an exit and it's the same price, right? Like 4309 on Intel, right? 4309 was the entry and the exit. What does that mean? On my chart, that means, or when I give those plays, that means that if you're getting in on a call option, for example, that means that you've confirmed above the level, right? So your stop loss would be a confirmation below the level, right? So that's what that means, right? So you can't really, if you're playing it correctly, right? You can't really, like, really go wrong. Essentially, if you find yourself hopping in and out of a play that I called that gives you an entry and exit, then likely you're getting chopped up and you just need to be more patient, right? Because a direction is about to form. And you just need to stand ready and have the cash on hand to take advantage when it pops off, right? So trust that, right? But do your own due diligence. These are my alerts. This is my charts. So when I give these alerts, I would expect for you to pull up your charts and put the lines on the chart the way I have them listed, and for you to validate or invalidate what I put out, because it's your account. It's up to you if you hop into a call, a put, or anything at all. Right? So, but yeah, good question. We gotta know confirmation if it's going up or down. Yes, you need to know confirmation. This is more stuff that we're gonna go through in the Leviathan tier in more detail. Now, Megalodons, you already know that we had deep dive 201 classes as it relates to these things. So please go back and look into the archives that's available to you for that training. But we're gonna get into the nitty gritty with the Leviathans here real soon, right? Sunday. So, this is a rapid fire chart analysis, everybody, but people have questions, and it's okay. And this is my stream, and we can slow it up or speed it up. It is what it is. All right. My moms and my wife, they in here. In Miss Philly, all right? So we got all the moms in the building. All right, so without further ado, can somebody tell me how many people are looking, are here, and how many likes we got? If we have close enough to a 1-to-1 ratio, then it's time to get to work, right? It's time to get to work. But if we don't, boy will just sip on his drink because I'm cool. I'm cool. All right, Megalodons, if you're here, just so you know, there are openings for the Leviathan tier. Okay, so you just got to go into the app and then go to the membership and billing, and then sign up to be a Leviathan. I mean, I want to say trust me, it's worth it, but at the same time, I mean, that's subjective. But if you're on the fence and you are trying to do something different, then give it a shot, right? And if you don't like it in the month, then don't continue. But I'm doing my best, right, to make sure that value's been pumped into there, okay, as well as everybody else. Okay. All right, that's good with me. 33 likes, 35. Hold on, what? 33 views, 35 likes. I don't know, something like that. Okay, so we're about to get into rapid fire chart analysis now. Hopefully everybody understands the rules, but for those that are just tuning in, I'm gonna be real brief about what's going on, right? So, rapid fire chart analysis. What we do, I get my little trusty timer out here, okay? I set it for about 20 to 25 minutes. Today, I'll do it for, I gotta do it for 20. I got some sick babies upstairs and I wanna get to them, right? So 20 minutes, right? They're probably already knocked out, to be honest. But anyway, 20 minutes on the rapid fire chart analysis. The moment we get over to the charts, right, and I press go is the moment I start looking for tickers. I am not about to scroll back for your tickers. So please, the only way that that's going to happen is if you guys do like super chats or something like that. Now, the other thing is, hold on one second. 2 rapid fires next week. Okay, I set a goal. So the other thing is if you ever want to contribute to the community, donate, whatever, you can do that through the app. There is a there's a heart at the top of the app. Free users have access to. So the app is free, y'all. So you can get in for free, and then there's tiered options there if you want. But if you want to support the community and what we're doing here, then that's another way to do it. YouTube takes too much money here. So in there, I just pay a transaction fee on my app. Okay. All right. So without further ado, rapid fire chart analysis. We're going to go over to the charts. I'm going to look into the comment section for tickers, right? I will, in the order of request is going to be, or priority of the request is going to be names in green, hashtag KGU, super chats, and then everybody else. Okay, that is the hierarchy as far as how I'm running this. Okay, yeah, and I'm going to keep it at that. And if you haven't been here before, you don't know what I'm talking about, you're going to catch on real quick. All right, so let me let's get this show on the road. All right, I got to get my jabber jaw ready. Okay, hold on. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Do I want to do it that way or this way? Okay, so let's get ready. Transition. This is the rapid fire chart analysis. I'm going to go ahead. I got it at 22 minutes, right? Morphin time, 22 minutes. Starting now, okay? It was a slip up. All right, ticker request, go. What we got? Christine says Microsoft MSFT. Microsoft has been a banger, right? So okay, hold on. We already have this done. So let's just take a look, zoom out, okay? So with Microsoft, okay, we've called this out, right? We have the levels, right? So I want to point this out to you. I called that we were in a descending wedge, and in a descending wedge is a bullish chart pattern. Okay, so we were looking for this to break out to the upside, and sure enough, it did. It broke out, it came back to retest it, and now we are on a rocket, right? For the most part. However, we have a wall here at 412.39. Not only that, we also have a supply zone that we are approaching here, which the base of the supply zone is going to be roughly, what is this, 416.01, right? So we have some sellers to get through, y'all, is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, I'm not truly bullish like to the fullness of Microsoft until we break 422.99, and then from there you get your confirmation, you ride the wave up to 435.64, and then your next take profit target is going to be 442.34 and then 448. Okay, so that is the levels for Microsoft. Now, of course, if we fail to break through and we're looking to the downside, then of course my levels are already set, right? So 412.39. Next one is going to be, yeah, I mean it's here, but I'm going to get rid of this. The next level would be 398.38. Okay, so that's my level to which I'm looking to load up on Microsoft if we can hold above. Okay, if we fall below, then we're back bearish and look out below. All right, that's what I'll say about Microsoft. Let's move on to the next one. Who we got? Open by Queen Philly, OPEN. All right, so with Open, we did find a golden pocket on this one, right? We are in a technical downtrend within this descending channel, right? So unfortunately, Open did fall through our golden pocket, and now it's confirming below, right? And it's sandwiched between a golden pocket and a supply zone, but it's trading below the 200-day EMA. So we are pretty bearish on this right now. I'm going to get rid of this pocket because it's bright and in the way, but we don't like trading this tightness right here. Okay, so I'm probably gonna go ahead. So this is the daily. I don't like how wide this range is, so what I'm gonna do is get rid of this demand zone pretty soon here. But let's see if I can hone this in, right? That's what I want to do. I want to see if I can get a better idea of what the demand zone is here. Okay, that would be, I don't like it. 1 second. 8. One second, y'all. This is for me too. All right. I just want to make sure that we are getting in where we fitting in. All right. So essentially, okay. So this is. Hold on. Here's our demand zone. Okay, so there's a tighter demand zone. So let's see how we look now with that being said. Okay, so we have, okay, so we sliced through this demand zone, but we see a top doji candle. So we tried to break out and we had a failed breakout, right? So as of right now, what I'll say about Open is that if we can't confirm above $5.20, right, then we are not bullish on this play, right? We are not bullish on this play until we can confirm above. I'm going to set an alert here, but be careful because you can get chopped up nicely here. So let's see what the 15-minute looks like. Yeah, the buyers are having a hard time cracking this. So I would suspect that we're probably going to sell back down and retest the base of this demand zone at $5.04, probably even to come down to $4.99 to retest the 200-day EMA. If we fall through that and confirm below this demand, then we're likely going to come back down to the supply zone of 488, 481. And again, I hate trading inside of a tight demand supply zone. It's just not a good time. But also 1 second, we have a price action or a chart pattern. Okay, this, everybody, is called an ascending wedge. And then this, if this structure holds, this is technically a bearish chart pattern. Okay, so just be careful, right? This also looks just like what a head and shoulders pattern. So let's move on to the next one. Queen Q says Google. She says looking to see if you think it may be ready to reverse back up. My bad. 1 second. Queen Philly, you're looking for leap call options. Okay, well, the leaps, I would be looking down here on a bounce off of the supply zone if we can come back and retest it at 481. That's the ideal entry for me for a leap call option. But right now, like I said, is looking pretty bearish on open. Okay, Google. So with Google, all right, let's zoom out. Let's take a look. All right, Google then sold off on us. All right, so Google fell through all of my what do you call it? It fell through all of my my trading zones, right? So now I need to see what's going on, right? Are we looking to reverse, or are we looking? Man. Okay. Yeah, man. So this one is a little tough, right? Because we fell below my key level of 306.39, right? Which tells me, right, that we are still bearish on, we're bearish on Google, right? So our demand zone is here, and that demand zone ranges between with a low of 299.87 and a high of 305.52, right? So I can't see us in call options or looking to the upside on Google until we crack 306.39. That's gonna put me back within, hold up, nope. Technically, I'm not bullish until we get above 309.85. I'm sorry. My trading zone ranges from 318.51 to 309.85. This red line right here, I'm gonna have to figure out what this is. I think this is just the base of where this opening gap just starts, right? So it's just like a resistance line for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and change that up because it tripped me up a little bit as far as what the level, what the line means. If you guys don't know, my lines, my colors, they're consistent, they're color coded. That way, when I pull up a chart, I don't need to start to overanalyze or try to figure out what something is. And then this one right here was like a little bit of a mistake on my part, but nonetheless, it is what it is. Let me make sure I tag this other stuff correctly. So, but yes, this is where we're at. Okay, now I wanted to look into Google a little bit more, see if I can tighten up that demand zone, but ultimately, for as long as we live below 309.84, we are bearish. Now, again, we have a descending level of resistance. We tried to pop and crack this demand. We failed to break out, right? Instead, we get a doji. Now we try to fall below demand and we wick back up. So that just tells me that we're in an area of consolidation. We're trying to figure out if this is going to be accumulation or distribution, and it could be a breakout, but I don't see it yet. I don't see it yet. This will be the first sign, is if we can get above 306.43, and I'm going to go ahead and tag that because it's going to bring my eyes to Google for when that time comes, and then I can be either ready to hop in here on some confirmation above demand, or hop in at 309.84 if I miss the boat here. All right, we're gonna move on to the next one. Jeff says Amazon, AMZN. He's looking for a long swing call option. All right, so let's check out Amazon. Just had a conversation with my daughters about Amazon and all these companies. So what is a business? What is a company, right? How do they make money, right? Why do we buy from them? Things like that. So I'm teaching my kids a little bit about investing, and I'm slowly doing that in phases. So then I can graduate them to things like chart reading and stuff like that. But as of right now, it's about, you know, understanding things from a foundational level and then working them way up from there. Now for, who is this? Amazon? Whew, man, we make a lot of money on Amazon, but hey, we are technically bullish right now on Amazon where we are. So, but you have to be careful on this. One, we are above my level of 212.71. So 212.71 is my crossing road, right? If I go into here and if I type in 212, Amazon pops up, and I'm gonna put that right there because it's a known level for me. But I'm gonna have to go ahead and put some details in here so people know what the targets are. But essentially, we are approaching the 200-day EMA, which is pretty much in line with our take profit one of 221.33. So what was the play? The play was, if we broke above 212.71, then we were looking to get into calls, right? Let's go to the 15 minutes, see what we look like. We're looking to get into calls, and then we're gonna ride this up to the first take profit target. So we got that, right? And that's great, but we are gonna hit a wall here, y'all. And I don't think it's gonna be pretty. Now, from where I'm sitting, right? If this holds, right? If this holds the way that it looks, right? Then again, we have another situation where we have a bearish chart pattern, right? We are looking at something called a ascending wedge, right? Where volume typically starts to die and then you see a sell-off. Okay, so do not be surprised if you see some fake out and then a sell-off, right? So be ready, be careful. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. The market's gonna do what the market's gonna do. We're gonna stay, I'm not gonna say the W word, but you know, we're doing all this stuff and this geopolitical stuff. So anything can happen with the tweet, y'all. So I am not bullish on this unless I confirm now at this point above 221.33. If we don't, then I am waiting till we fall back down to retest the 200-day EMA or 212.71, which is my crossing point. Okay, so to the upside, take profit 1, 221.33. Take profit 2 is 230.09, and then we have our take profit 3, 236.67, and 3.5 would be 239.52 because we have a weekly supply zone that we just don't like. Okay, and our max take profit target is 249.44. Hopefully that helps shed some light. If you have more questions, big dog, let me know in the Discord. All right, so D, I see you, D. Let's say HBM. This is called Hudbay Minerals, looking for investment / options. Okay, let's zoom out. Let me take a sip. Now, I can't give you financial advice. I can't give you suggestions of what to buy, hold, or sell. But, and then also, I must disclose that I don't know anything about this company, and I don't know any of the fundamentals, but I do see that this is a commodity, right? So we are looking like silver, platinum, gold, you know, and so now I see minerals, right? I don't know what minerals they are harvesting or drilling for or whatever. That's something that you may know, but I'll tell you right now, this is a hard one. This is a hard one. Let me I'll tell you why it's hard. Right now, technically, we're ranging. So the first thing we always do is identify what kind of trend we're in, right? Are we trending, or are we trading sideways? Like, what's going on? Are we accumulating? Are we distributing? Like, what's going on? So right now, the only thing I can tell you is that we are in a tight range between $23 and $28.60. Now, from here, right, once you lock this up on the chart, right, you then identify what you want to do at both levels. So if you confirm below, let me see what this is, 23. Okay, so if you confirm below, then you're looking at potential more downsides to where likely down to the 200-day EMA of 1647. Now, if you see a price action that's gonna show you some type of reversal, then okay, then we might be looking at a reversal signal to hop into some calls to then go up to about $28. So let's zoom in a little bit on this one. All right, so it's clear that once we get into this demand zone, we typically pop off, right? We don't live here. So I call this something, this is called an aggressive zone, right? There's a passive zone and an aggressive zone. So this is an aggressive zone. So every time we've hit this point, we've gone up, right? So I think we're kind of in the same situation, because I'm on the 65-minute chart. We have pretty close to a bullish engulfing. We retook 2304. We have a hammer with a bottom wick at the top. Now we just need for this candle to like pretty much the next candle to live above, right? So we even have a little bit of a buy side imbalance. So we could very well be in a bullish situation. However, just be patient and then wait to see what happens on the next candle close for here. But if you're closing above 2304, then I think it's relatively safe, right, to go ahead and look into potential calls and a buying opportunity here, right? So again, you have imbalance. So you even have a buy side imbalance established right here as well. So pretty good stuff, right? Again, I don't know the company. Just pay attention to what's going on here, okay? Next up, what do we have? Junior says, I'm in an MU call option with a 407 straight and expires tomorrow. Am I good or should I sell at open? Right? Well, I can't tell you what to buy, hold, or sell, but I can tell you what I see, big dog. So no, that's a 407 strike. You said MU, which is Micron Technologies, right? So you're in a what? You're in a call option. Okay. Should you sell? Again, I can't tell you that, but what I can say is that unfortunately the market's going to do some stuff before the market opens, right? The market's going to make all of its moves before it opens. So this is what you have right now. Okay. I don't like it. 1 second. Let me go to the 4 hours, see if I get a little bit of a better read. Yeah, so we're in a symmetrical system here, right? So you're not wrong to be in call options right now. If you timed it and you got in on the demand zone that we called out, look, this is our trading range, right? I identified the trading range right here. We have our supply zone here that ranges, which the bottom of the supply zone is 438.89, and then we have our demand zone, which the top of the demand zone is 373.38. Anytime we hit demand, you bounce out, you're supposed to be in calls. Anytime that you hit supply and you get rejected, you're supposed to be in puts, right? So hopefully you're just playing a range, because as of right now, yeah, it looks like we have a range that's being respected, and we have a neutral position that's also being respected. So I could see us running up to about 424.44 because we have not hit our third leg yet. So what I mean by that is that typically this is how we form a symmetrical system. So now we have two touches on the ascending line of support, and now we're about to have potentially our third touch on the descending line of resistance. So what we can see here is once we arrive at this level, right, we could see a little chop, right? When what you're trying to do is look for volume to see what volume's doing. And if we start to consolidate up here and you're starting to see some accumulation, then there's a likely chance that we can run up to retest 438.83 and then to the high of this supply zone, which in turn would then be like a false breakout, in my opinion, if we crack this and then hit 456.86. Now, of course, if we don't do this, right? If we don't do this, then of course, we're probably gonna give on one of these situations, right? We're gonna have to break out of this range at some point. So take it with a grain of salt. I'll leave it with this right here. When you look at a symmetrical system, I want you to draw a line down the middle, and I want you to think in this fashion, right? If you are below this middle line that evenly divides the symmetrical system, then you're bearish. If you're above it, you're bullish. That's kind of what you're thinking. So once you bounced off of here, time for some calls. But once we get to this level, we're paying attention to see what price is doing, what volume's doing. Because if we can't crack above 403.92, then there's no way we're gonna go back and retest the descending line of resistance of around 424.28. I will go ahead and set an alert because I am interested. And I already have one set at the supply, and I need to set one at demand right now. All right, so moving on. What do we got? Hopefully that's helpful, big dog. Queen Fee says CSCO looking for swing call options and the target price. So she wants to take profit targets. Okay, so what's going on? So I'm gonna zoom in on this one, right? Because we have a little bit of a sell-off, right? Not a little bit, we have a lot of bit of a sell-off. So from $88, we fall all the way down to about $73. That's a pretty big move. probably a news catalyst or something like that, but it's unfortunate because you see that they beat earnings, right? And they actually surprised by 1.57%. It looked pretty good, but something else happened. Likely it had something to do with their guidance, but nonetheless, what we look at right here is, one, we have our 200-day EMA. We've now crossed above it, and that is a good sign of a potential move to the upside. I'm gonna zoom in to see what price is doing. So we're on the 1 hour chart. We have demand. Hold on. We have a better demand set structure, but anyway, we have buy side imbalances that's occurring right now. So there is a strong chance that we could be on the way up for as long as we're living above this 200-day EMA. Now, I wanted to check out the QVP. All right, so we're seeing resistance. QVP is telling me that, and then I want to see VWAP. I don't really want. Yeah, so we're above VWAP. All right, so this is important. Okay, so we had the sell-off. You're in calls right now. You look kind of safe, or you look pretty safe, but keep in mind a couple of things. One, VWAP is flattening out. Okay, as you go up, right, VWAP is neutral. That's time. I'll get to what I see on the screen, right? So VWAP is neutral. When VWAP is neutral, you have to be careful because a lot of times price likes to come back to say, hey, what's up, VWAP, right? It wants to come back down to say what's up, right? There's nothing curling up right here that's telling me that we're gonna go on like some extended rocket. The only thing, the saving grace right now is that we're above VWAP and we're above the 200-day EMA, right? So what I would want to do for you, Queen, is probably work this chart like legitimately so I can give you more context. But one more thing. Give me a minute. Okay, I'm almost done. I'm just eyeballing some stuff right now. Yeah. Okay, so confirmation above $80.12 would be my sign for a good time to the upside. I'll leave it at that. Okay. More information, and you want take profit targets. Hold up. Take profit targets. Queen, I'm gonna have to get that to you after the stream because I got to get to everybody else. So hold up, let me see if I can drum up. Yep, that makes sense. So I'd be targeting 83.21 for a max, right? A maximum. And then for trying to see if I can help you out. Yep. Okay, so right around here I expect a fair amount of consolidation. So if we do run up, right, then 81.79 is where you might see things kind of die off. Okay. Christine, thank you so much for the super chat, Queen. I really appreciate that. Yeah, you're always showing love. We've known each other for a while now. we need to link up. Like, you know, we got to get back on our one-on-ones. Just to check in, right? Let's see here. I think we got it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do like two, like just subscribers. I appreciate y'all for subscribing. Hold on. Shai says, I'm in KGU under the name Family. Would love to hear your thoughts on Celsius and ELF. Do you think they're a buy? If do, can you give ranges? And are they long-term holds? Okay, hold up. All right, so first, I'll do two. So Shy, because you are KGU, you are priority. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of you. And then Arctic, I'm pretty sure you're a member, so I'll definitely have to take care of you. All right, so let's go ahead and do, I'll do one of those, right? I'm not gonna do both of them. Celsius Holdings, okay? Man, what are you trying to do here? Whew. All right. I mean, what is my thoughts? One, I don't know the company, but I'll tell you this. I'm looking at it. Earnings are trash. It probably has poor guidance that's with it as well. It doesn't look pretty. It doesn't look pretty. Oh, this is interesting though. I gotta be quick. Hold up. Shapes. Cause I see a cup and handle situation, right? Right? You guys know what the cup and handle is, but it's kind of like a weird shape. So let's go to the 4 hour and see if that gives me anything. 1 second. Trying to see if we can help our boy out. Okay, so yeah, I mean, that's kind of like what you have going on. Okay, so this is what I say. I don't know anything about this company. I don't know if this is a long-term hold or not. I will say that right now, this is your floor. At white and boom. Right now, $40.74 is your floor. Okay, you are in a descending channel, right, where you're seeing lower highs and lower lows for the most part. This is on its way down. We just broke under the 200-day EMA. We're under the VWAP. So this tells me that we're likely to come down to first retest the $40.74, and then second, likely come on down to retest this descending line of resistance or support. So I'm not looking at doing anything with the stock or company until I see some price action that gives me hope. But for me, it looks like more of a trade than an investment. I heard of Celsius. I don't know anything though, so I'm just gonna say it's a no-go for me. And then you also have your ceiling here, just so you know what your ceiling is. Okay, so you have this is your trading range. Oops. I gave you your floor and your ceiling, right? $66.49 is your ceiling, $40.74 is your floor. You're currently like forming a cup and handle, and you're pretty much looking for a breakout or down to a breakout to confirm above the neckline, which is going to be at $59.13, or breakdown confirming below $40.74 for continued downside. All right, so I'll leave that at that, and then we will look at one more, and I think that's Arctic, which is MDB. All right, he's a megalodon, but his name is not green. All right, make sure you check your subscription, big dog. Make sure that you're up to date. Okay. Okay, so MDB was MongoDB Inc. I don't know anything about this company, but they are killing it in earnings. They don't miss. What? And they're surprising by like 6% consistently. I would say, just clicking through here, their average is probably about a 6% surprise, 6 to 7% surprise on their earnings, on revenue. Wow. So for some reason, okay, this company is just trading in a very, very beautiful structure. I want to say this right now. I don't know anything about this company, but I do like what I see. All right, I like what I see. I like what I see for an upside play. Okay, right. I like what I see for an upside play. Okay, why? Well, I see a company that's killing the game in their earnings. I see the fact that we are in a symmetrical system, right? So pretty much the market's trying to determine where we're going to take this, right? We're seeing lower highs and higher lows, and now we're waiting for our opportunity to break. And I actually think we were going to break out on this particular play and then hit $590.03, right? You could very well see though like a false breakdown before we take off. Now there's no guarantees, but I'm just what I see. I mean, this is a beautiful chart, right? I'm salivating a little bit, and I might have to write this one down, right? So as far as like looking at it for an investment standpoint, because for me to see it and say that we're at $263.93, and the fact that I can see us going all the way up to 590, that's a great return on my investment. I'll tell you that. And I'm getting in bed with a company that don't miss. Mongo don't miss. If you're a wrestling fan, you know what I'm talking about. But nah, man, like, yeah, so I'm cool with this. I'm gonna set an alert here at 297.93. I'm going to also tag this because I don't know what this company is. So when my alert goes off, I'm going to say potential long-term investment, do research, put on, because I like to give credit when credit's due. You putting me on right now, big dog. Who is this? Arctic boy Megalodon. What up, y'all? I gotta make sure that, you know, I know who to blame if this goes against me. I'm like, hey man, why you telling me about this company? I put my life savings in here. and it sold off. I'm blaming Arctic. Everybody, I'm gonna make sure everybody in Discord know who is on this play. All right, so I'm gonna hit save. Why am I doing this? Well, because I'm technically interested down here, right? I'm technically interested down here. We have a huge pop right here on volume, and yeah, this is an interesting company, right? This is an interesting play. We are below VWAP. We are below the 200-day EMA, but we did bounce off the ascending line of resist or support. And I am gonna also just tag it right here above this wick. So my eyes are just brought to it because I might just want to buy and hold. I don't know yet. I got to do some research. Shout out to Arctic for putting this on MDB. Everybody, I would say mark, write it down because I like what I see, and I don't even know anything about the company. But hey, you know, you see what you see. So let's see here. That being said, this was, hold up. Don't go nowhere. Full chart. Let's go here and let me make sure I get everything that I want out of this. Rapid fire is done, but give me a minute. We did Microsoft, INTC. Okay. One moment. Come on now. Oh, here we go. If y'all have any questions, let me know. Put a fire emoji in the chat if you think this was helpful and you like this format, because that's what's important. That's what's important. Okay, so we go here and then we make sure that we are right. Okay. Okay, everybody. So today, oh, why is that doing that? Hold on, reset. Come on now. Oh, I see what happened. One moment, y'all. Transfer, reset. There we go. All right. So today we covered MDB, Celsius, Cisco, MU or Micron Technologies, HBM, Amazon, Google, Open, Microsoft, Intel, and Palantir. Shout out to everybody for contributing. I would say that the play that I would be most interested in, all right, for one, I do love Google right now. I love Google. I love Amazon. And I'm very intrigued with this MDB. Okay, so those are on like my potential watch list for the week, next week. Okay, so congratulations, shout out to everybody. I appreciate everybody being here and everybody participating. It's always a good time. I'm always feeling blessed and humbled to be here, to be able to help and connect with so many people. So if you can do me a favor, as always, we already did Microsoft. If you can do me a favor and hold on, where's my stuff? There we go. We'll go with this one, right? If you can do me a favor, consider becoming a member. Even if you want to be a channel supporter, by all means. It requires a minnow to get Discord access, and then for the live alerts, integers and stuff like that, then you do need to be a Megalodon, right? There's a lot of things that go on there: live trading, live training, you name it. And from there, we have a Discord app that people should get, okay? Because at the very least it's free. And then so you can log your trades. There is some assistance in there. There is an education hub. There is a mental hub for your mindset. There are some checklists and things like that to help you prepare for trading, and so much more, right? There's AI built in, there's machine learning built in, and it's all designed to help you with your trading. And the only thing you have to do is just enter a couple trades a week. You don't have to do anything, but if you're not getting the results you want, then try something different. This is all I'm saying. There's no guarantee that any tool is going to work for you, right? But if you don't give it a shot, you never know if it does or doesn't, right? I've done my best to make this app so pristine and so user friendly for traders, because the last thing that any of us want is another inconvenience, right? So I try to make it as convenient as possible, and hopefully you guys can appreciate the work, countless hours and months that I put into it, but it's really appreciated if you guys at least download the free version and then just check it out, okay? But yeah, no new members. We got one super chat, so we didn't hit our goal. It is what it is. I appreciate the super chat from Christine. I appreciate you said 297. I don't know. Yeah. Whatever I said, big dog. I don't know. You got to rewind. Everything that I already said is it's out of my brain. That's why I said alerts. All love, Fidelo. Evan, we talked about Microsoft, so you'll have to just play it back. Okay. Any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that? Because if not, this is Stocks for Real, Sacrifice for Riches, and I am about to go. All right. It's been a long day, and I appreciate everybody being here, and I will see you in the next one. All right. We're gonna do. How we going out? How we going out? We're going out like. I suppose I haven't. All right. Here we go. See y'all later.
Process over profits. Yeah. Locked in. Yeah. Profits over profits. That's the law that I live. I don't chase every candle. I protect what I give. I'd rather take the small loss than lose the life that I built. I'm in love with execution, not the dollar or the guilt. Process over profits. I don't move off hype. Risk first, then reward. That's the way that I write. If the setup isn't clean, then I'm passing on the trade. Cause I'm married to the process, not the money that I made. I remember formal days. Every ticker looked like gold. Chasing every little spike till my soul felt old. Draw down heavy, screen glowing while my coffee got cold. I was trading for my ego, not the plan I was told. Now I'm patient with the levels. I'm respecting in the zone. I don't argue with the market, I just listen, then I'm gone. Got my wrist cap tight, 1% on the line. If the stock is hit, fine, I can always realign. I'm not here to be a hero, I'm not here to be a god. I'm a father and a husband, I'm responsible to squad. So I track every entry, every exit that I take. If the math don't add up, then the setup was a fake. Yeah. Process over process, that's the law that I live. I don't chase every kiddo, I protect what I give. I'd rather take a small loss than lose the life that I built. I'm in love with execution, not the dollar or the guilt. Process over pockets, I don't move off hype. Risk first and reward, that's the way that I write. If the setup isn't clean, then I'm passing on the trade. Cause I'm married to the process, not the money that I made. I got members in the Discord who've been burned by the game. Blown accounts, sleepless nights, feeling broken and ashamed. So I tell them slow it down, we rebuilding from the core. You ain't here to hit a lottery, you're here to build more. We talk journal talk, our talk, risk to reward. Talk about the days off when you don't need to record. Every trade ain't a trade, every move ain't a move. Sometimes discipline is sitting there with nothing to prove. I've been up, I've been down, I've been close to the edge, staring at the red screen with my hands on my head. But the moment that I chose to put my process on top was the moment that the spiral finally started to stop. If the plan says no, then it's no, let it go. If the side feels wrong, then reduce, trade slow. If your head ain't right, step back, lay low. Cause the market gon' be here when you ready to grow. If the risk feels light, then you might size in. If the zone holds twice, that's a higher quality win. But you never break rules just to chase, doing a spin. Cause a gambler gets lucky, but a trader long-term wins. That's the line that I live. I don't chase every candle, I protect what I give. I